Hello and welcome back to another episode of Rosewater, where we should be off to the wharf, I think. We should be west, I imagine. This is west, probably, right?
Nothing remarkable here.
Harbor Avenue, though. Can we not go more west here? This is not west. Maybe it's not. I don't really want to talk to you again. Maybe you're useful, but I don't know if you are.
We are on Cedar Avenue. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about the Jolly Good Club?
Only that I could work 1,000 years and still not have enough money to be a member.
Would you happen to be familiar with Dr. Bennett Clark?
The mad inventor who blew up the Lamplight City Expo with his illegal doomsday weapon a few years back?
Yeah, the very same.
Never heard of him.
Sure. Okay, so which way are we facing here then? I guess this. Okay, there's the water. We're not on the East Coast though. It doesn't make sense.
Nothing remarkable here.
Can we just go here? We can just go here, okay.
Goodness, this place is bustling.
Watch yourselves, friends. Big cities aren't always kind.
Is he proposing? It looks like he's proposing. Anyway. Right, that's the pawn shop. Attorney at law.
An attorney's office. I'll be sure to stay far away.
Smart.
They're giving those documents some serious contemplation. These two are engaged in some highly emotional quarrel.
I think he's proposing.
She's just doing her job.
Sure. Hot baths.
She's shaking out some linens or sending secret signals across the way.
Hard to say. Does the liquor store have coconut water?
Hard to tell which is more the ass.
That's rude.
She's minding her own business, but that one fellow seems very interested.
Which one?
They're tying one on and watching the world go by.
Can I get up there? I don't want to go in. No, but this is going back. Yeah, it's going back here.
Nothing remarkable here. Nothing remarkable here.
That looks like a remarkable house, though, if you ask me. Kirk and Delian, who knows?
Nothing remarkable here.
There's like nothing on the docks here. That's a shame. I don't want to do the pawn shop quest. I want to get coconut water first. But okay, let's go in and do this. We know where it is. I don't know where we get coconut water, though.
Wow! This place is packed with stuff.
Interesting.
An authentic bone china tea set. Hate to see the price tag. A bunch of seafarers' trinkets. Captain Boylan would love these. A collection of rather creepy dolls. I hate the way their eyes seem to follow me. It's just not the same without our star guitar player.
Yeah.
Everything you'd need to start your own farm. Everything you'd need to start your own farm. These look expensive. Probably not the wisest idea to keep them so close to the door. Lots of different types of lamps. Cheap art. The kind you'd expect to see, well, in a pawn shop.
Makes sense.
Seems there wasn't enough wall space for these.
That's rough. Not even good enough for the war in the pawn shop.
Do you seek work? Find your way. Approach a laborer and say, I am a stranger. Curious. It's way too faded to read. A variety of pistols under lock and key.
Very un-American.
Ring bell. Repeaters, rifles, and shotguns. Good thing they're locked up. Proprietor, Meredith Benelli. Benelli, huh? I wonder. Ask about our special behind-the-counter items.
Look at everything? Maybe.
All right there, Danny?
Yep.
Yes, can I help you?
You wouldn't happen to have been married to a man named Michael Benelli?
You knew my husband?
No, but I recently met his former captain.
What? Captain Boylan? He's alive?
Yes, it's a long story.
Please, spare me. I've no need to dredge up the past.
Quite a shop you've got here.
Glad you like it.
How did the ship get up here on land?
The city extended the shoreline when it built the new breakwater. Brought the land to the ship. About that time, some big trading company went bankrupt and couldn't pay the upkeep on its derelicts. So the harbor authorities seized them, converted them to lodgings and shops.
Actually, Captain Boylan gave me a letter addressed to you.
Did he now?
Do you want it?
I suppose I'll take it. I'm not sure what that man could possibly have to say to me. Might answer some questions I've had all these years. My thanks to you.
You've got an impressive selection, but I was wondering what you had behind the counter.
Got some jewelry, some repair kits, and a set of lockpicks.
Yeah, I don't need any of that.
Anything you can tell a first-time visitor about this city?
If you're not feeling it in your legs yet, you will soon. Something to look forward to. Honestly, who thought it would be a good idea to build a city in such a hilly place?
Know anything about the Jolly Good Club?
Never heard of it, sorry.
I was wondering if you could have a look at this watch. It needs repair.
Where did you get this?
Does it matter?
Yes. I've seen this watch before. Someone from the Tong gave it to you, didn't they?
The what?
That place in Chinatown, the Open Arms Society, or whatever they call themselves. I already told them I wasn't interested in their business. They can send as many proxies as they like. It's not gonna change my mind.
So you won't fix this watch?
Nope.
So what am I supposed to do?
My advice would be to stop dealing with those people. But if you're hell-bent, I could sell you a repair kit and you can do it yourself.
I have something to sell.
Okay, what?
No, I don't want to sell my tea caddy.
Actually, I changed my mind.
Okay.
All right, how much for the repair kit?
You're gonna do it, huh? 4 crowns. Your funeral.
Sold.
Here you are. Pleasure doing business. And I'm in no way responsible for whatever happens next. Just to be clear.
Yeah.
Appreciate the help.
Sure.
Okay, so that's done. Still don't know where to get the coconut water though. I thought there would be like market stuff here, but it doesn't really look like it. Because we can't go in the general store and we can't go to the saloon and there's nothing else here, I think. Oh, okay. We just go this way. Any coconuts for sale?
Good evening, sir.
Evening. Get your fruit here. Pears and oranges, only 2 crowns. Lemons for 3. Coconuts for 5. Tell me what you're looking for.
Coconut, please.
1 coconut, please.
That'll be 5 crowns.
Here you go.
Enjoy.
You get many customers at night?
Oh, sure. You came from the central part of the wharf. I'm sure you saw how lively it is. Plenty of folk from the saloon come by.
And they buy
Sucking
fruit?
on lemons and oranges
Okay.
before bed eases the hangover to come. That's what they say, anyway. Who am I to argue?
What can you tell an out-of-towner about this city?
Watch your step round here. Many's the time I've seen visitors lose their way in the fog and take a plunge into the bay.
Do you know anything about the Jolly Good Club?
Sure, I deal with them from time to time. Can't tell you much more beyond their fruit-buying habits, though.
Would you happen to be familiar with Dr. Bennett Clark?
The scientist? I've heard his name, but I don't know much about the man.
I'll be off.
If you need fruit, you know where to find me. I'm open all night.
Sure. Nighttime fruit window, why not?
Definitely full of water. I just need to get it out.
That's good, but I need the coconut's water. Do you have a way to get it out?
No, but the guy has a drill, but it's in bad shape.
All right there, Danny?
Yep.
Who are you?
Good evening.
Evening to you.
That boat yours?
Sure is. Use her to fish during the day, but sometimes I take folks for a sail. The price is right, of course.
I feel like folks for a sail are not very effective, right? They're not going to catch the wind very well.
Know anything about the Jolly Good Club?
Never heard of it. Sounds like it's for fancy types.
I'd like to know about this city.
Oh, I love it here. There's a reason they call it the mouth of the West. We get all kinds coming through here from other provinces and other nations. El Presidio's been growing like crazy. Can't wait to see where it goes.
Ever heard of Dr. Bennett Clark?
Wasn't he the guy who blew up those people a few years back?
Yes, I suppose he was.
That's all I know about him. Sorry.
And what is the right price for a ride?
Depends. A cruise around the bay will run you 20 crowns a head. If you had something specific in mind, we can negotiate.
Thanks for the chat. Have a good night.
See you around.
I feel like we're going to need the boat for something, but I'm not sure what.
The lighthouse on that island must guide the ships into the harbor.
Sure.
The transcontinental route ends here. These will be headed back to cities on the east coast.
It's a long way from here. Okay, where's the hotel? There.
Would you mind if I took your old drill?
Nah, be my guest. It's badly rusted, though. Doubt you'll get much use out of it.
I just need to drill one hole.
This drill is the perfect tool. Too bad it's rusted. This hand drill is covered in rust. It's completely useless. All right, time to add the two best rust removers, elbow grease and actual grease.
Sure. This watch looks is in awful shape.
Perfect.
Excellent. Just what I need. Good. I have everything I need. This should only take a few minutes.
Do we have to walk back there, or do we just teleport? We have to walk.
Here you are.
Thanks.
Alright. It's a shame. It's Chinatown, that's the petrol building, the park. And then up here is where we need to be. Let's save this guy's life first, I guess. I'm not sure if time's actually passing, but it might be.
Nadine whipped this up from some basic ingredients. It should help that poor fellow behind the Jolly Good Club. Here, drink this. It'll replace some of your lost fluids.
If I can keep it down. Oh, well, for medicine, that was rather nice. My mouth feels less of a sewer, at least. It's good to know there's kindness somewhere out here. I'd repay it if I could.
No worries.
Since you were a member, do you think you could get us into the Jolly Good Club?
I don't understand. You're asking me to sponsor your membership?
No, no, no.
I'm afraid that's quite impossible, even if I were still in favor.
No, we just want to look around inside.
Again, I don't think the three of you would get very far. I do know of a secret way in, but more than one of you would attract too much notice.
I'll do it then. Where's this secret
Okay, so we don't do
way?
the watch then?
There's a door in the back alley, over against that wall on the other side. It may be locked, though.
I try not to let that stop me.
That will take you to the club's library. From there, you can get upstairs. I think there's a presentation tonight, so most everyone will be in the grand hall watching. Best time to get around unnoticed.
Thanks for the information.
Be careful.
Your condition is serious. Nadine's brew will help, but you need to get medical treatment.
If you say so. I'll try at the convent hospital. Surely they won't turn me away.
I mean, I don't know. Probably not. Right, so do we do this other thing too, or do we just not care?
A large silver gear.
Large gear goes here. I don't know what I'm doing. How do I know what I'm doing? Looks like a gear too.
A small gold gear. A medium silver gear. A medium gold gear. A small bronze gear.
I feel like this goes here. It doesn't. Where did I put these things anyway then? That's kind of... nothing's touching anything. I need to like...
I'll need to turn this to get the watch.
Okay. Okay, so this is spinning.
This is the main gear controlling the mechanism.
Yeah. But how do I can't get anything close enough to this. Oh, I can... Okay.
Okay, this doesn't look too tough. Just have to place the right gears in the right spots.
We can remove any of the other covers, right? No, okay. We have a lot of different spots though.
This gear won't fit there.
Doesn't really help. Doesn't really help. Okay. So I don't think any of these can reach there. But these can't fit here.
This gear won't.
This goes here though, maybe. That makes some sense. This still feels right there, but I don't know. Maybe it isn't. That would touch, but this can't touch anything now.
This gear won't fit there.
None of these make any sense then. Because it can't reach here. I don't know where I'm going is the other thing. Like where am I trying to connect to, you know? Like this is not big, as this is also definitely not gonna reach here. We can't make this
gear won't
go here. And like you here make some sense because you would turn there, but I can't go anywhere from here.
This gear won't. This gear.
Okay, so this one can only go here to connect to this. This could go here. But this doesn't do anything after that, I think. No. No.
This gear won't.
You can't.
This gear won't fit.
Go here
This
or
gear
here.
won't. This gear. This gear won't.
But okay, so you could be out here. But then what can reach you there? Nothing.
This gear won't.
So that's pointless, I think.
This gear.
It can't be here then.
This gear.
And it can't
This
go
gear.
anywhere else
This.
but here. But nothing can reach you there. It's an issue. Because these are too far away. We're missing a gear. Here.
I'll need to turn this.
Yeah, it does feel like I'm missing a gear. Anyway, okay. Do I just go in then and ignore the laundress and her issue of her contract?
Feels like someday soon there won't be a blank wall left anywhere. The rest of the alley is fenced off.
Or this side is fenced off, depending on how you look at it.
I get the impression this store is used by the club's undesirables. Unsurprisingly, it's locked. The handle may be different, but this is definitely a tumbler lock.
Okay. I don't remember tumbler locks though. Key stays still, the diamond shines, so it's up just once, then down 3 times. So key stays still, diamond shines.
A diamond. Hot damn!
Very good.
Now to find Clark. The letter said he'd be staying in this L person's suite. So who and where is that?
Great question.
Display cases with different exhibits. Haven't got time or inclination to study them. I imagine most of the folks in here are great admirers of Mr. Atwood. After all, he always did make a point of standing up for the great big rich guy. A pharaoh type showing a bunch of men outside the club. The plaque says opening day. A painting of a cafe. Looks like somewhere in Europe.
Where?
A nondescript landscape, not very well executed.
Harsh.
So many butterflies.
Weird.
This puts Sheriff Gamble's collection to shame. I wonder if these could actually be used in combat.
Yeah, we should bring them to Mr. Tommy's troop.
Various pharaoh types of rich people enjoying themselves. Suppose they need to prove how happy they are.
Probably.
Volumes and volumes of books. Nothing particularly noteworthy, though. A stuffed bird. The plaque says it's called a dodo. How odd.
Yep.
This club's membership has felled many an antlered beast.
Well, or they pretend to
I wonder
have
how long it would
done
take
that.
to read every one of these books, and if any of them are worth it. It's a list of club members. Edgar Whitmire, founder of the Jolly Good Club. There's a plaque above all those portraits that says In Memoriam. Seems these are former club members.
Okay. After a good club members in good standing. That's so many names. I mean, Lily would be an L name. Lord. Landlord. Leroy. That's so many names. Braithwaite, Lemoyne. So many. Is there like what was the other name? Gray, right? Are there Grays too? Man, he's this being in like first name alphabetical order is cursed. Anyway. Back the mirror. Piet van Dijk. I don't know. How do I find the right person? Ape 80, Sandy, Archie, Artie, Gus, Tia, weird one. Bat, Ben, Byrne, Stevens, Chan, Chess, Kit Corcon, Kadidari Dirch, Don, Ned, Birdie, Lige, probably from Elijah, I don't know. Eppa, Gene, Fletch, Fred, Gary, Ham, Har, Harry, Happy, Hank, Hi, Iggy, Ike, Jake, Jim, Jeb, Joe, Jojo, Chewed, Larry Lemlin, Lou, Mal May, Millie Monty, Nate, Newt, Dia, or yeah, I don't know, Obi, Artie O, Patty, Penny, Pete, Phil, Finney, Please, Quince, Rob, Roos MC, or Cy, I guess, Spurge, Stir, Sylvie, Terry, Tad, Teddy, Theo, Tom, Tim, Trev, Van, Vern, Winnie, Verge, War, Vest, Billy, Stone, Vinny, Seb. Not one that's just L.
February, not Clark, I have a business proposal. Relinquish, you may stay in my suite at the Jolly Good Club. My Orem Star membership and military rank afford me certain privileges. You will be furnished with the comforts owing to a man of your intellect and accomplishments.
It's signed L.
P.S. You needn't have any concern for your valuables, as there is ample...
Okay. Military rank L. General? Archibald Clements, no. Attorney, clergyman, sailor, physician. Captain, no. I mean, I don't know. It could be a military rank, but I don't think this is L. Private is not high enough of a rank. Or is it chest fellow? No. Blacksmith, attorney, sergeant, banker, businessman, financier, investor, attorney, banker, shop owner, attorney, corporal, Ferric, Fred, Eggert, no. Captain, Hampton, Ham, no. No. Henry Hank Lawler, maybe? General Hank Lawler, that could be it. MP. Sergeant Lou Harvey, that could be it too. Because I don't know if you would sign L. Dot with your last name or your first name. It depends on how close you are to the person, I guess. So Louis, Lou or Hank? Sergeant Major Lefebvre could also be it. Newt. Man, it's too many. Admiral or Lester. Is that military? I mean, it's like Navy. I don't know if you would say military rank, whatever. I don't know. Military career. There's too many people here. Sylvie Grant, no. Sergeant. Don't think so. General Tim Buchanan, no. So Hank or Lou or Newt, I think. But I don't even know how to find those. And I hope the nicknames are enough, because I didn't remember the rest.
General Lancaster Bevins, 1770 to 1832.
I mean, that could also be a military guy. Wait, what was the year in that? 17.
General Lancaster Bevan.
Okay. That's not him then. There's the thing down there, the event, whatever.
Bat.
Nope.
Mrs. Edgar Whitmire. I bet she's never set foot in this place either.
Probably not.
Ham.
How do I know I have the right one though?
Archie.
Autumn Star members, okay.
This man's got a vacant expression. Wonder what he was thinking about. What a sourpuss. I don't think I'd like to get on his bad side.
Yeah, we do know Autumn Star.
Jovial looking fellow. Either that or he's got a secret. He looks bored, but I would be too if I had to stand perfectly still for that long. Why is that man pointing at a skull? Does he think it makes him look mysterious?
Yeah.
I've never understood men who grow beards without mustaches.
Same.
Kit.
Oh, there's too many names already, I hate it.
Chan. Warm air is coming from the grate. They must have that indoor steam heating I've read about.
I mean, outdoor heating would be weird.
Lige. Willie. Barnabas Jordan, 18. Ned.
God.
Finney.
None of these are right.
Sigh. We've only been in El Presidio one day and I already miss the country.
Can I go somewhere else? Okay, so I'm wrong. Somehow. I don't know how.
Lige.
I mean, could it be Lige? It starts with an L anyway.
Kit.
And the two of the right here are Kit and
Archie.
Archie. Or would it be L though?
Ham. Bat.
Archie, Archibald Clemens General. But that wouldn't be L. And then Lige is an attorney, so that's not it. Kit is an inventor. I'm confused about this puzzle. Like, what are you trying to get me to do here? I thought we were just, I don't know.
Stern looking fellow. He's got a medal on his chest with 4 stars on it. It's some woman giving a speech.
As you see, gentlemen, my analysis was correct. The region is absolutely ideal for the formation and preservation of fossils. Though I have so far recovered only a small part of what I believe still lies out there, I was able to partially reconstruct the dinosaur skeleton you see before you. Quite a fearsome beast, isn't he? This ancient lizard, which I have christened the Eremosaurus, probably roamed the lands near the San Bernardo Valley over 72 million years ago.
This is fascinating, but I'd better get a move on.
Alright, so we need... What's your name again?
General Lancaster
Lancaster Bevins. I don't care about you, I think. I think, yeah, Lawler makes sense. What else do I say makes sense? Lou Harvey, maybe. If it's first name based. It might not be. Lefebvre, sure. Sure. Or Lester. Not O Lester, just Lester. O and O Lester. Makes some sense. And Laporte. Willie. The Charles. Did I miss that one? Maybe. Was there a Willie? Maybe there was a Willie. Because none of the other ones existed, right? I feel like Willie existed.
That.
But I don't remember where. Is it next to the painting with the Aurum
Ham.
Star members? Maybe. Maybe you should just break into more rooms, see what's up.
Archie.
Archie, yeah.
Kit.
Kit. Was there no Willie?
Chan. Lige.
Yeah, Lige was a lawyer?
Willie.
Willie, okay.
Locked, of course. But these are the simplest door locks I've ever seen. Nothing to it. I think this is the room I'm looking for. Yes, there's the safe. Nothing. This desk hasn't been used in a while. It's got several drawers, and the top is surprisingly clean.
Okay.
Still life of some fruit and flowers. Hotel art.
It's not really a hotel, though.
Strange device. Something to do with the planets.
Okay.
It's still early in the evening. I hope we can locate Clark before morning. The wild frontier. This has been one hell of a journey.
I miss Phil.
Nothing hidden in the sheets.
Shame.
Completely empty.
It's weird, isn't it? All the drawers are empty.
I found a crumpled note. Better take it.
Sure.
General Laporte, as per your request, we have provided your suite with a safe. The combination is 12 right, 9 left, 5 right. Please share this information only with those you trust. Management.
I guess they trust me.
Hot damn! Alright, let's see what we've got here. Some kind of wooden card? Better hang on to it. And another journal, but not Clark's. Uh-oh, sounds like the presentation's wrapping up. I'd better make myself scarce.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
And who might you be?
None of your business.
Oh, don't mind me, I was just leaving.
I'm afraid I must mind. This is a members-only club, and you clearly aren't a member. Therefore, I can only assume that you must have broken in. Your intent was to steal something, I suppose?
I just came in here looking for someone.
Oh, looking for whom?
Well, it's not you, so really, why should it matter?
You're quite clever. Very well, you can go. Let it not be said that General Laporte can't be merciful. But if I ever see you in here again, I won't be so lenient. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Are you the guy who hired the Pinkertons, the aren't called Pinkertons? Can I shoot you?
Were you successful?
I think so, but let's get out of here. Now, let's see what's in this diary I found.
Alright, November 22nd, 1844. A soldier is not a political animal. His sole concern is to determine how to achieve the objectives he has been given with all resources he can muster. The motives behind the order, the whys and wherefores, are not his to question. That is politics and is for politicians. I disagree. But a soldier is also a private citizen of his republic. He is endowed with a vote and a voice, and may, indeed must, use all his faculties of discernment and discretion in the exercise thereof. That I do agree with. As a citizen, he may be rightfully interested in national affairs and move to do all that is within his power to deflect a march toward ruin. Any less would be a dereliction of his patriotic duty. I write this not as a soldier, but as a concerned citizen. Indulging the basest populist fears, Leroy is pursuing a labor right agenda of anti-tech appeasement that will shackle the productive capabilities of this country for generations. The inevitable result will be an economic depression and want of military readiness that will put us at the mercy of our enemy and render us a permanently dependent, withered and diseased appendage of the crown. Steam tech and its even more potent successor, ethericity, are the engines that will power our prosperity and military might. If we do not pursue these technologies with all robustness, we may be assured that others will. Both as a citizen and as a soldier charged with the defense of our Commonwealth, I cannot stand idly by and watch our future destroyed. June 12, 1847. That's, what, 3 years later? Basically? Okay. An infant industry is poised to be strangled in its crib, and its genius father must suffer his reputation to be torn to tatters. All because of a single unfortunate accident. I refer, of course, to the incident at the Lamplight City Expo, which Leroy has seized upon as an opportunity to decry the intolerable dangers of the whole etheric project and agitate for a total ban. The way of progress was never smooth, but after stumbling over the first pebble in the road, a timorous populace. The capitalization is weird. Why are those not uppercase letters? No, those are uppercase letters. Pepper, populace. Progress. I don't know. Ban. Project. Whatever. The way of progress was never smooth, but after stumbling over the first pebble in the road, a timorous populace now wrings its hands in hysterical anguish. Political opportunists now rush to coddle simple minds by vying to introduce the most stringent measures yet proposed. Yeah, the capitalization is saying is making me think there's a code here, but I don't know if there is. No, I mean it's capitalizing nouns, I guess. Citizen, soldier, defense, Commonwealth, future, industry. But crib is not. Accident, father, reputation. Incident is capitalized. I must say extra makes sense as a name, I guess. Leroy's a name. Opportunity would be a noun too. I mean, I don't know. Did you have a capitalization of some nouns in 1847 in English? I have no idea. It seems inconsistent though. The way of progress was never smooth, but after stumbling over the first pebble in the road, the timorous populace now wrings its hands in hysterical anguish. Political opportunists now rush to coddle simple minds by vying to introduce the most stringent measures yet proposed. These mans are ignoramuses who cannot see the potential in what Dr. Clark has wrought. The nation that first tames the unbridled power of ethericity will be the unrivaled leader of the world. World is lowercase though. And need genuflect to know potentate? What? Vespuccia needs an etheric projects of her own, not subject to the whims of politics, of commerce, and Dr. Clark is just a man to carry it through. He must not be allowed to succumb to the passing winds of ill favor. It's so weird. July 25th, 1847. Fort Beaumont is a conveniently situated outpost out of the way of common traffic, yet close enough to the rail terminus in the town of Rosewater. Close by, in the San Bernardo Valley, is a village of indigenous people who might be kept in a state of sufficient aggravation and agitation to render the fort an indispensable bulwark against them. That's why they were so aggressive. As none may dispute that certain campaigns of suppression emanating from Fort Beaumont must therefore be waged, a 5-fold increase in its annual allotment of material to fund such operations will provoke no complaint. However, I cannot work with Captain Mayhew. He is principled and proud and will not be susceptible to the usual inducements. A tour patrolling the Laurentian border will provide him ample opportunity for the honorable and distinguished service he craves far from here. As for replacement, there is in Clayton Creek a certain Lieutenant Stokes, presently facing a summary court-martial on charges of disorderly conduct and public drunkenness after causing the death of a local in some dispute over a woman of low virtue. It happens that Stokes descends from an old military family, his grandfather no less a man than Colonel Remington Stokes, lost his life in the pacification skirmishes that ultimately civilized Dixie. Consequently, the lieutenant harbors no love for savages and a strong aversion to any stain of dishonor upon his distinguished family name. In credit for the dismissal of charges and the promotion to captain, such a man would prove exceptionally complacent? Yeah. March 3rd, 1850. The first cup of water given to a man rescued from a shipwreck at sea tastes as sweet as the finest wine. How much sweeter than the finest wine must be accompanied by steak and lobster and followed by a quantity of port and good cigars. Dr. Clark has accepted the hospitality of my club and given ear to my entreaties. I've impressed upon him the need for utmost discretion. In return, he will be at liberty to continue his research here, sheltered from disturbance and wholly provided for in the smallest detail. It is an offer that no man in his position could possibly refuse. March 11th. All has been arranged on Gannett Island at no small expense, and the facility is ready to receive his chief researcher. Preparations were underway well in advance of his acceptance. Had Dr. Clark proved unwilling, another expert, less proficient and likely less tractable, would have to have been procured. It is for the better that such contingencies were not necessary. With Dr. Clark leading the effort, Project Rosewater can commence imminently. Rapid progress is expected, and my country is ready to sup on the fruits of this labor. She may well thank me for my foresight.
Clark's not at the club anymore, but I found out who invited him to El Presidio, an army general named Laporte. He's got Clark on Gannett Island working on some secret operation called Project Rosewater.
Project Rosewater?
No idea what it is, but it's the whole reason Laporte brought Clark here.
Wait a minute. Remember those crates on the army supply wagon? The ones marked Rosewater? They weren't going to the town of Rosewater. They must have been coming here for Project Rosewater.
Of course. Fort Beaumont was just a waypoint. It sure seemed like a lot of stuff for one little outpost in the middle of nowhere.
So, the night deliveries, the Orem boss.
Something big is going on here. We need to have a talk with Shaw.
We do.
Miss Leger, have you any news?
Clark's been moved to Gannett Island.
Gannett Island? There's nothing there, just a crumbling fort and lighthouse.
Have you heard of an army general named Laporte? Or something called Project Rosewater?
Neither. Go on.
Then does that mean you're not aware what sort of trouble you're stirring up? This quest has run us afoul of some very dangerous people. If you expect us to get Clark for you, I want to know why you want him so badly.
Very well. Imagine airships, engines, furnaces, powered not by petroleum and coal, but by ethericity, an infinitely renewable energy source that comes from the sky itself, clean, efficient, and economical.
But you run an oil company.
I run an energy company, Miss Leger. Energy takes many forms. With Dr. Clark in my employ, we can lay the groundwork now for a pivot from oil to ethericity. Once the benefits become apparent, the market will clamour for clean, safe, etheric energy. And only one company will be equipped to meet that demand on day one. Mine.
What about the ban?
Bans are imposed by governments, and governments change, Miss Leger. Not everyone supports Leroy's technophobic policies. The Labourites are barely hanging on. It's not just Atwood's trade party that would like to see etheric advancement back on the table. Royalists, justice, pioneers, even the Christian Union would all get on board. In these fractious times, ethericity has the potential to be a great uniter. Change is just over the horizon. But enough politics. You know where Clark is. Go get him. Best of luck.
Screw you. But I guess, yeah, we know what we need to do. I don't know if we have enough money, though. I might have to sell the tea caddy, and I don't want to. Can we still go to Chinatown, actually? No. So I can't fix the watch anymore, I guess. Oh, this one.
Strange wooden card lined with metal. It's got some holes on one side.
Interesting. So you only let me go here. I guess I'm there. Because you have to sell the tea caddy, probably. Could have really given us an advance or something to pay for the ship, knowing that we need to go to an island.
Good evening.
Evening to you.
How much to go to Gannett Island?
Oh, hell. There's no amount of money could get me to set foot on that island.
Why not?
It's cursed. Haunted by demonic spirits.
Come on, really?
I've seen them with my own eyes. Horrid specters floating around the place, ready to kill anyone who gets too close. When they're out dancing in the sky at night, you can feel their evil influence in the air, too. Hot shivers going down the back of your neck. If you know what's good for you, don't get any idea going out there out of your head.
Look, we really need to get to that island.
Good luck to you, then. Nobody in their right mind will take you there.
You said no amount of money could get you to set foot on the island. What if you just dropped us off?
You're dead set on going, aren't you?
I thought I'd made that clear.
All right. If you have such disregard for your life, there's nothing I can do about it. But I won't take you there for any less than 60 crowns.
Damn.
Bet that's made you change your mind, eh?
Not quite. We'll come back when we've got the money. Thanks for the chat. Have a good night.
See you around.
I don't want to sell the tea caddy, though.
Hey, Danny?
Yes, Harley.
That lady is charging a fortune to rent her boat. How are we supposed to pay?
We could try selling something at the pawn shop, I guess. My pistols are valuable. We might get a good price for them.
You'd really be willing to part with them?
There's no other way. Sure.
Hey, Nadine. Any ideas for something we might pawn to raise money for the boat hire?
We could probably get decent money for my medical kit.
What? Are you sure you're willing to give that up?
If there's no other way, yes.
I miss Phil. And Jake, too. Stupid Jake. There's gotta be a way to keep both of them, right? I'm unhappy with how this played out. I tried to keep everyone together and happy and, I don't know, alive. I failed.
What do you need?
I have something to sell.
Okay, what?
I have this tea caddy. How much would you say it's worth?
That is a rather nice piece. I can pay you 16 crowns for it.
You've got a deal.
57.
Do you know a way to get to Gannett Island?
Only way to get there is by boat. Lucky for you, plenty of folks around here with boats. How willing they'll be to take you, that's another story.
I have something to sell.
Okay, what?
My doctor friend has a case with some medical supplies she'd like to sell.
Well, normally I'd send you to an apothecary, but I can probably pass them along.
Not sure if we need the medical supplies or the guns more.
I can do 80 crowns.
That'll do.
Well, we already made the sale. I thought we would just get the price.
Thanks for your business.
Appreciate the help.
I didn't have to. Didn't have to sell my TK. That's a shame. I wonder if we could have scrounged up the money somewhere else. But I don't know how. I mean, you could have won more money at the scam price.
He's sleeping one off.
Probably. Anyway. Now he pawned off the medical kit. I'm depressed now. Anyway, I guess we'll call it here. And I'll see you next time. When we go to Canada and shoot some people, maybe. I don't know, probably not. Danny doesn't like shooting people. Yeah, I get my hand on a gun. This is really sad. This is a really sad state of affairs, but yeah, that's it. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.